This is the last and final full day in space for the Artemis II crew. They're now approaching the halfway mark on their journey back to Earth. The 9-day-long mission will conclude tomorrow night when the Orion capsule is expected to splash down off the coast of California. As the final preparations are underway for that, both up in space and on the ground, NASA has continued to release images from the crew's travels, like these stunning shots of the moon and Earth. When all is said and done, the Artemis II mission will be estimated to have traveled 694,392 miles from launch to splashdown. And CBS News senior national correspondent Mark Strassmann joins us now from the Johnson Space Center in Houston. I mean, this is not going to be an easy feat. They're going to be traveling 25,000 miles an hour, reaching temperatures of 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. This is obviously everything they do is risky, and this is included in that.
Yeah, no question about it, Lindsay. I mean, this return is one of the really risky parts of any crewed mission beyond Earth's orbit. And this crew, of course, coming back from deep space, as you say, 24,000 miles an hour, hitting the upper edge of Earth's atmosphere, temperatures of 5,000 degrees. That's half the surface temperature of the sun. They have to hope that everything goes perfectly, especially this heat shield that's at the bottom of the capsule. The heat shield is there to prevent the heat from reaching the astronauts. There was an issue with the shield on Artemis I, the unpiloted flight from 2022. But NASA believes that by approaching the re-entry in a slightly different way, that they will solve the issue that hit that heat shield when parts of the heat shield basically did not respond the way they should. It's supposed to sort of melt off, and then that heat shield, it sort of came off in chunks, and that was not the way to go. I will tell you, though, that even with the unpiloted Artemis I mission, had there been a crew in the capsule, the crew would have been fine. But still, it was worrisome to NASA, and they believe they have a fix, and the rest of everybody watching is just like fingers crossed they have the right fix.
So today, essentially, like, batten down the hatches, get all your stuff put away, reread all of your instructions. Tomorrow they can do some more trajectory burns, make sure they come at a great angle. They will detach from I believe it's the European space module, right, that actually powers them. Mm-hmm. That will come crashing to Earth, burn up in our atmosphere.
Yep, the service module, and then we're all going to get to watch one of the highlights of any mission, which is the return. I mean, the capsule and the parachutes that open in 3 phases, and then the sort of gentle drop into the ocean, and then we see the astronauts come out, and until all that happens, until the astronauts are safely on the Navy recovery ship, NASA is not ready to call this mission a success. The safe return of the astronauts is priority 1. Not all the pictures that we've seen and been amazed by, not the dramatic loop around the far side of the moon. It is the safe return of the astronauts back to their families that matters most. And that's what everybody is expecting to see tomorrow. And I'm sure nobody wants to see those folks more than the families see these astronauts back safely on Earth.
Mark Strassmann, well said. Thank you so much. And a program, we will have special coverage of the Artemis II splashdown tomorrow, which kicks off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern right here on CBS News 24/7.